Okay. Now am I audible? Now is my voice clear? Okay, thank you. So in this session, as you guys requested this, okay, and we will try to do finance and management questions in this session, especially the previous year questions from 2023 as well as 2022, and we will look at, as we did in previous ESI session, that what type of questions that RBI usually picks in finance and management, how much easier it is to do finance and management compared to ESI, okay, because the management section is there, and a lot of static concept, if you cram it enough or if you understand it enough, you have a much higher chances of scoring more marks in FM compared to ESI. Okay, अभी भी नहीं आ रही क्या वॉइस? Okay, ठीक है. So we'll do this in question answer format. Okay, we'll try to understand, we'll try to read all the paragraphs, and as we go on, we'll understand what type of different questions the RBI is actually putting. So paragraph based questions is anyways a usual norm right now. Paragraph based questions आती हैं हर साल, ठीक है. And there will be one paragraph and 5 questions. And paragraph, although just give you a hint or context with respect to what questions, one or two questions may be related to the paragraph, but rest of the questions will revolve around the paragraph itself. So paragraph is nothing but a context provided to you for the upcoming questions that you have to solve. So let's read this paragraph, because now in FM, in ESI, paragraphs were not somehow relevant, but in FM, paragraphs are actually relevant for these questions. So let's read it. The government initiated Scheme X in August 2014 to provide universal banking services for every unbanked household based on guiding principles: unbanked securing the unsecured, funding the unfunded, serving unserved and underserved. So based on this only, I hope you guys get what exactly are we talking about, which particular scheme are we talking about. So let's see what's the question is. Based on the above passage, identify the scheme that has been launched on 15th August 2014. So yes, Sejal says B. Okay. What about others? So the paragraph talked about a particular scheme that aims to provide universal banking services. Yes, correct. So it is talking about Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Very good. Now, other questions will also be related to Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So somebody who will be opening a Jan Dhan account, they'll be getting other benefits also. So other questions are based on that. So what is the life insurance limit under P1 Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana? Very easy question. Correct, 2 lakhs. What is the age limit in Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana? Sejal says D, Lokesh says 40, 50, 50 is the correct answer. 18 to 50 years. And okay, in Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, it is 18 to 50. Whereas if you look at Suraksha Bima Yojana, what is the age limit? 18 to anyone? In Suraksha Bima Yojana, what is? Yes, Lokesh, correct. 70 years. Okay, so just remember this. Let's see next question. What is the maximum amount of pension that is received under Atal Pension Yojana? It's a very easy question. It's all about basic features that we usually read in every scheme. Yes, all of you are correct. 5,000 rupees. Now, can you tell me in what different amounts the pension are provided under Atal Pension Yojana? How many number of, amount of pension? How many categories of pensions are provided? Amount wise. Five categories. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4K as well as 5K. ठीक है? Yes, correct. Next question. What is the amount of premium that is paid under Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana? These are your options. Again, a very easy question. Yes, all of you are correct. 20 is the correct answer. So now let's revise even Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana premium also. What was the premium for that particular scheme? Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana. $436. Very good. Okay. So I hope you understand how paragraph based questions is being usually asked. Again, another paragraph based question, but obviously with a different topic. So what's the paragraph? Let's read it thoroughly. Okay. Let's see how it becomes relevant for the upcoming examinations. So these guidelines are applicable on private sector banks, including small finance and payment banks. Okay. So the chair of the board shall be there's a fill in the blank, audit committee of the board. They're talking about audit committee also. Audit committee shall be constituted with only, another question, the chair of the board shall not be a member of ACB. The ACB shall meet with a quorum of 3 members. Nomination and remuneration committee. The board shall constitute a committee made up of only non-executive directors. Okay. So these are the questions. Now what's the question is being asked? Who shall be the chair of the board? And this is, we are talking about audit committee board. Who shall be the chair amongst the following? If you look at the paragraph, although while framing the question, we might give you some answers within the paragraph, but RBI didn't give. Okay. So think logically also. So they are talking about audit committee board. So when you are doing audit of a particular company, do you want the executive who is actually operating that company wants to audit that company? You need an independent person who can actually take care that everything is being done, by law. So yes, the correct answer is independent director. Next is, what is the quorum of the meeting of audit committee board? How many members should be present over there? I'll tell you, this is from corporate governance topic. The beauty of FM examination is that IBPS has touched each and every topic mentioned in the syllabus, and they've asked every question. So Lokesh says C's, Sejal says 1/3. Yes, 1/3 is the correct answer. 1/3 members is the quorum. Next is, which of the following members are comprised in nomination committee, which is nomination and remuneration committee? Anyone? If you want to skip it, mention it. Otherwise, try to attempt this question. The correct answer is non-executive directors. Next question, at least half of the members attending the meeting of Risk Management Committee shall be independent directors, of which at least one member shall have professional expertise qualification in. This is a very good, easy question. You can get the answer from the question itself, because since it's a Risk Management Committee board. Yes, correct. Risk management is the correct answer. Which of the following is the guidelines of RBI is the passage talking about? Well done, everyone. Corporate governance, because I already gave you the answer. So you guys are very smart enough to mark the correct answer. Well done. So next is about motivation. So motivation is a force that pushes people to work. Okay, and then there is a paragraph on leadership style too. Okay, and we are talking about Kurt Levin's. Okay, 3 leadership styles. So let's do some questions, and this should be a very good easy questions, because this is purely static leadership and motivation theories. So which of the following is the highest level need of Maslow's hierarchy? Theory of needs. Yes, all of you are correct. Self-actualization. Well done. In McClelland's model of motivation, how many categories have this proposed? Yes, correct. 3 is the correct answer. So C. And can you don't be like that you don't even read the paragraph. Read the paragraph, because you may not know, because the paragraph is important for context. Because as you all know, there was one question which actually talked about that what exactly is this paragraph talking about. So until unless you read about it, you don't get to know what type of questions are coming, or in which topic the questions are coming. Okay, so paragraphs are important, but don't expect paragraph to give you the answers. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so next question. Douglas McGregor developed the theory of motivation on the basis of hypothesis. What is the theory all about? Yes, correct. D is the correct answer. Theory X and theory Y. Which of the following are the 3 leadership styles given by Kurt Lewin? Yes, B is the correct answer. Autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire. Which of the following is a part of contingency theory? Anyone? It should be an easy question. The answer is within the question itself. Sujay says A, Logesh says A. Everybody should say A, because Fiedler's contingency theory is the correct answer. Okay. Now see this question. Here the paragraph is important for you in order to answer the questions that it will be asking. Why? Because the question is within the paragraph itself. So Rakesh is an employee who has changed many jobs due to his poor vocabulary, and he is unable to connect with clients. Okay. So this is poor vocabulary, and why I am reading this paragraph? Because you will have to answer based on this paragraph. Poor vocabulary, he is unable to connect with clients. So barriers to effective communication can result in confusion, which can lead to incorrect information being conveyed, or miscommunication, which can lead to loss of business. So various issues faced by organization are structure, rules, regulations present in the organization, lack of trust of superior, attention issues, lack of skills in the translator where he does not know both languages, and other things. So various types of communication barriers are semantic, psychological, organizational, and personal barriers. So I hope everybody has read, or I hope everybody understood the context what is in the paragraph. So the paragraph actually talks about a guy named Rakesh. He is not very well versed with respect to communication. Okay. No, this is not the question. Questions will be coming. Okay. These are not the questions. So Rakesh is unable to communicate effectively. That's why he has to keep on changing the job. Now let's see what the questions are all about. First question, which of the following are personal barriers? So amongst these four, which are the personal barriers? Anyone? Take a look at it. Tell me which among the following four categories are the personal barriers. Kirti says 2 and 3. Okay. Yes, all of you are correct. 2 and 3 is the correct answer. Attention issues and lack of trust in superior. Next is, which of the following barrier is faced by Rakesh? Overall, we are talking about. Yes, A is the correct answer. Semantic barrier. Which of the following barriers are concerned with problems and obstructions in the process of encoding and decoding the message into words or impressions? Everyone. It should be an easy question. Definition based. Semantic barrier is the correct answer. Next, which of the following is an example of non-verbal communication? Sejal says body language. Karthik C. Okay. Yes, C is the correct answer. Lastly, which of the following best represents an example of an organizational barrier in a workplace? Okay. What about others? What do you think? What is the correct answer? Example of organizational barrier in a workplace. Yes, A is the correct answer. Lack of proper communication channels between different departments. Next questions. And this is not paragraph based, just static. Okay, so such type of questions are always there. Maybe in ESI, because of the nature of the schemes, the application based questions are there. But in FM, the questions are straightforward. Either whether they are paragraph based or just fill in the blanks, but they are still straightforward. And because of management, they have an element of static. So this makes it easier for them. Okay. So let's keep on doing this question. Organized, self-disciplined, achievement-oriented are the characteristics of which of the traits of the big 5 traits model? Yes, consciousness is the correct answer. Next, fill in the blank with an appropriate option below. A conflict between emotional requirements and real emotions is known as? Sujoy says emotional dissonance, and Sujoy is correct. Which of the following theories holds that the ends or consequences of an act determine whether the act is good or bad? This should be an easy one. Everyone. Sejal says teleological. Okay, good. This is the correct answer, teleological. What do we call teleological? Is there any other name for teleological, or is there any other name with respect to such type of theories? Anyone? Utilitarianism. Okay. Let's go to the next question, or consequentialism, you can say. Which kind of principle focuses on the kind of value displaced by others? Yes, caring is the correct answer. Now this is a numerical also. Calculate it. Calculate the return on assets if income is 100 lakhs and asset size is 500 lakhs. Everyone should do this. Yes, correct. It's very simple. ठीक है, 20 is the correct answer. Next question. The NABFID Act 21 has been set up as a developmental finance institution to support development of which part of the country or which sections of the economy? It should be an easy one. Yes, correct. Infrastructure. Okay. Next, what is the maximum limit a resident individual can freely remit per financial year under the liberalized remittance scheme? $27. Lokesh says A. Serial says A. What about others? What do you think is the correct answer? A is the correct answer. Which of the following is an example of alternative source of finance? Lokesh says A. What about others? Sejal also says forfeiting, and forfeiting is the correct answers. But apart from forfeiting, what other are alternative sources of finance? Anyone? Any idea? Factoring, lease. Yes, correct. Last question. Which of the following is a type of non-tax revenue? It should be an easy one. Okay. I hope everybody should do this. Tami says D. Okay. What about others? Yes, interest is the correct answer. Well done. Okay. So this was mostly the objective questions that were asked in 2023, and I hope these were not that much difficult. Okay, so objective, the main thing within the objective is how to maximize your scores, and you can maximize your score especially in finance and management, because a lot, at least if there are 30 questions, 15 questions most probably will be from management, and they do take care between, with respect to distribution of questions between finance and management. So this is a good opportunity for you next time. Okay, now let's do some last to last year questions also, 2022. So let's see corporate governance. अरे रुक जाओ यार, अभी थैंक यू मत बोलो, एक और ईयर कर लेते हैं, ठीक है? So in 2022 there was another paragraph for corporate governance. Okay, so let's see this paragraph also. The Companies Act has introduced several new provisions which change the face of Indian corporate business, and it mostly talked about CSR, corporate social responsibility. Okay. Now let's see what the questions are all about. If you guys would remember. So the provisions related to CSR are given under which section of the Companies Act? Everyone. Yes, well done. Section 135. Good. Next, as per Companies Act, a company with what minimum net worth will have to comply with CSR provisions? So the correct answer is 500 crores. Okay. What is the expenditure requirement under CSR as per Companies Act? How much expenditure you guys have to do if you are above 500 crores? How much percentage you have to spend? Lokesh says 2.5%. C is the correct answer. So Tammy and Sejal, well done. As per the CSR provisions under Companies Act, a CSR committee has to be constituted by certain companies. It should consist of at least how many directors, of which at least how many should be independent directors? In CSR committee, number of directors and number of independent directors. So Joy says A. A is not the correct answer. Now let's try again. Yes, Tammy is correct, 3 and 1. Because independent directors ratio with respect to, their board directors is usually 1/3. So that you can take as a thumb rule, but not always, but a major thumb rule. Okay, then we have this next paragraph. Outsourcing is defined as NBFC's use of a third party within a corporate group of an entity that is external to. Outsourcing, as all of you know, and this is outsourcing with respect to NBFC that we are talking about. So most of the questions that you are going to see in this, after this paragraph, they will be related to outsourcing policy of NBFCs. So what is the first question? Which of the following financial activity cannot be outsourced by an NBFC? Utilize your logic. You'll get the correct answer. What do you think? It's the correct answer. Internal audit and compliance. Because you can't outsource your compliance now. You have to do the compliance. Which of the following financial activity, hold on. Which of the following financial activity can be outsourced by an NBFC? Yes, data processing is the correct answer. Well done. Next paragraph. Over the years, the role of all India financial institutions, Exim Bank, NABARD, National Housing Bank, SEBI, in the Indian financial system has undergone significant change, reflecting the changes in their business models. Okay, and what they are trying to do? They are focusing upon their Basel III capital framework, so as to ensure their stability in the whole financial system. Now, what is the minimum capital adequacy ratio, including capital buffer, proposed by RBI for all India financial institutions? Everyone? Yes, Lokesh, correct. Data was the correct answer. What about this? Yes, 11.5 is the correct answer. Which among the following will not be considered a constituent of Tier 2 capital of all India financial institutions according to Basel III capital framework? The 2022 paper was a little bit difficult. They were actually asking you a lot more technical concepts. Although these concepts have been, are the basic thing that you anyways have to do. The correct answer is C and D. These two. Next question. P and CPS are allowed to be included in Tier 1 capital. What does C and P and CPS stands for? How many of you know P and CPS full form? Yes, correct, Sejal. Cumulative is the correct answer. As per recent guidelines by Reserve Bank of India for issuance of share capital by rural cooperative banks, what is the limit of outstanding amount of P and CPS along with outstanding innovative perpetual debt instruments? 5, 10, 20, 35 and 40. What is the correct answer? Yes, correct. 35% is the correct answer. Well done. Now a question with respect to management, and obviously this is related to motivation. So motivation related theory will be asked. Ram moved to ABC Limited because of the attractive growth opportunities at that company. He was laterally hired at a senior position. His colleagues did not like him as he was a lateral hire while they had been in the company for years, growing through levels. So he felt like an outsider. Furthermore, he lacked freedom to take decisions. Another challenge that Ram faced was related to ineffective and non-working air conditioners in the office, which made it difficult for him to focus on work. He complained about the AC's condition, but the issue remained unresolved. So the guy is actually laterally hired and he's not very welcome by the colleagues of his because they think that he is an outsider, and he's not only facing behavioral issues, but he's also facing other issues. So what do you think answers of these questions are? The air conditioners not working in the office is which of the following factors? This should be an easy one. Everyone. Sejal is correct. Hygiene factor, because what does hygiene factor means? These should be minimum thing that does what? Although it do not motivate, but if they are not available, they definitely demotivate. Okay. As per ERG theory, which of the following needs had motivated Ram to join ABC Limited? First of all of you tell me what does ERG means. Existence, relatedness and growth. So I'll tell you what the paragraph actually talked about. Ram joined ABC Limited because he thought this is providing him senior position and a good salary. Okay, but he is not welcomed by his colleagues because colleagues think that he is an outsider, and apart from it, the office in which he is working, AC is not working, and he complained for that, but the issue is not resolved. This is the gist of the paragraph. Now tell me, as per ERG theory, which of the following needs motivated Ram to join ABC? The correct answer is growth needs. Next, how could the company ABC have made Ram stay in the company? By giving him more autonomy and challenging work. Correct. Read the following passage and answer the next 4 questions. Okay, so read carefully. A very important process in an organization is the act of transferring information from one place, person, group to another, which involves at least one sender message and a recipient. So by reading the first paragraph, we've understood that it is about communication process. Okay, it may sound simple, but it can be a complex process. If not properly performed, the transmission of the message from sender to recipient can be affected by a huge range of things, and these include our emotions, cultural situations. Obviously, that also talking about communication barriers. Okay, so let's see the questions. Which process is being referred to in the above passage? Very simple, communication process. Next question, which of the following completes the loop of this process? Yes, correct, feedback. Next, this process starts with which of the following? Yes, correct, feedback के through. शुरू कैसे करेंगे इसको? Encoding the data. Very good. Which of the following will render the process ineffective? What will make the process ineffective? Yes, correct. E. Okay, so communication is in itself is a very, let's say, close to their heart type of topic for IBPS. They usually ask a lot more communication questions in objective as well as in descriptive. Okay, so communication, whenever you prepare effectively. Next, at which level of the organization behavior does motivation, attitude? Hold on one second. Let's see this. Organizational behavior paragraph is all about, and they're discussing about what does organizational behavior mean and why it is important. So let's do the questions. Organizational behavior is studied at how many levels? Three levels, correct. And what are these 3 levels? Individual, group, organization. Very good. Next, at which level of the organization behavior does motivation attitude affect organization behavior? Someone already gave the answer. Suchaya says individual. Yes, individual is the correct answer. Next, in organizational behavior, what perspective supports the belief that employee behavior is in large part based on their own personal feelings, interactions, thoughts, and experiences? Yes, correct. Internal. What is the investment and annual turnover criteria to classify an enterprise as a small enterprise? A very easy question. Medium, small, and micro enterprises. Yes, D is the correct answer. 10 and 50. What is the limit of FPI investment in corporate bonds for financial year 22-23? I guess this question we already also discussed in our ESI current affairs. Yes, correct. 15% is the correct answer. Good work, Sejal. Next, dash is a 20-character global reference number conceived by G20 that uniquely identifies every entity structure that is party to a financial transaction in any jurisdiction. Yes, correct, Lokesh. LEI. And what does LEI means? Legal entity identifier. Very good. RBI created Payments Infrastructure Development Fund, which intends to subsidize deployment of payment acceptance infrastructure. The PIDF targets to add how many number of touch points to digital payments acceptance every year? If you would have read the notification with respect to this, 30 lakhs would have been the correct answer. Yeah, I understand. It's an old news, and if you don't answer this question, it's all right. But understand how such type of questions are being asked. Any news related to RBI and any details within that news you cannot ignore. Okay, they can come either in ESI or they can come either in FM. Commercial bank credit to NBFCs for on lending to priority sector is allowed up to what percentage of bank's total PSL? Everyone. Yes, correct. 5%. See, solving question at this place, I want you to solve each and every question, or even if you are guessing, try to educatedly guess those answers so that at least you know in the main paper if you are actually good in guessing the answers. So some of the questions will always be there that you don't know. Okay, so you have to attempt those questions in order to increase your probability of getting more marks. In which of the following phases of change, does the organization require support to sustain the change? Yes, correct. Refreeze. Dash is a formal communication whereby employees engage in cross-wire communication across the boundaries of their reporting relationship irrespective of chain of command. So, an easy question. D. A person who is reliable dependable, goal-oriented and well-organized is high on which of the following personality traits? Yes, correct. Consciousness. Which of the following concept describes the line of authority should flow from top management to bottom? Yes, scalar chain is the correct answer. Next, unethical behavior at workplace is not acceptable. Blaming unethical behavior on others is an example of? Last question, guys. Putting unethical behavior on others is an example of? Displacement of responsibility. B is the correct answer. Okay. अब thank you बोल सकता हूँ. Now the session is ending. ठीक है. But what I want from all of you guys, no issues. But what I want from you guys, keep on practicing the previous year questions, because it allows you to understand what actually goes into the mind of an examiner, how he touches every topic. He doesn't leave any topic. Okay, so that makes each and every topic a very important one. And also PYQs allows you to understand in how much depth the questions are being asked. Okay, so that's why we do PYQs. That's why PYQs allows us to be targeted in our preparation. Okay. Cyril, just contact Ashok sir with respect to this. Okay. He'll make an arrangement with respect to connection with faculties. So that's all. Thank you all for joining. Okay, we'll continue to do such type of sessions that will help you. Okay, so thank you all for joining. If you guys have any doubts with respect to anything, you please ask. Practically how many rounds of revisions? If you ask me, minimum 3 revisions and maximum as many you can go, or as many time you have. Minimum you should do 3. हाँ, by March 3 तो करके रखो यार. See, most probably, ESI syllabus is already complete in the course. FM will most probably be completed in this month. So, mota your syllabus is complete. Try to revise all of the content in January, again in February, again in March. So, at least 3 revision. Keep on practicing questions when the exam is near. So, you will be much more confident while giving the pre as well as mains. ठीक है? Anything else? हाँ, अरे जाओ यार. Hi Karthik, I'm good. How are you? Karthik, persevere, continue to persevere, and you will get through, man. Don't worry, continue to persevere. Chalo, thank you guys. Where can we practice more objective type questions for FM? The PYQs dekh lo, and we also have test series within our courses, so you can look at that also. ठीक है? चलो 1 minute more if you have any questions. By 16:54 I'll end this session. Chalo, thank you guys for joining. Okay, we'll meet in the next session.